doesn't make some massive difference. Okay, so we have the stones in place, and let me save it just in case I lose it. Then what else? We're gonna make the holes. So we select the stones. As I think I mentioned before, when we place gem on curve, by default they will be grouped. So if I click one, it's grouped. F6, gem cutter, and it's gonna open this. This is new from matrix 9. I always use this one. You cannot see it here, but here it should be a little line. Okay, you will see that later, but it's like a new thing from matrix 9. It's kind of useful. I kind of like it. Okay, again, by default it's gonna make 100% or 98, whatever. Let's make it 90. This is basically because although all the stones we decided that they're gonna be 1.5, they will never be exactly 1.5. In reality, they might be a tiny bit smaller, a tiny bit bigger. So that's gonna help. Basically, we're giving a bit more metal to the engraver, sorry, to the setter. Then I'm gonna raise it up a little tiny bit. 15% is fine. Basically, because I want it to have like this. Okay. I don't want the hole to be so deep. Again, it's the same thing, giving more metal to the setter. Wooden difference. Okay. And this is what I was telling you before about that little line on the cutter. This is new from matrix 9. The cutter has already made a little line here. So basically it splits the surface in two. So if I just explode it, I can just delete it. Which in something like this, it doesn't make a massive difference. But imagine that you have a ring full of pave. It does help a lot. So I'm gonna delete it all. You see how I selected that? Left to right. And I select all this. Okay. Then, now it's when it gets a bit more interesting. I have this line and that line. Sorry, and this line. I'm gonna make an offset on the outside, 0.4. 0.4, or in this case it could be even a bit more, 0.5 on the outside, but in the inside we can easily keep it 0.4 instead of 0.5. That is because the outside it's gonna be, I mean, when we're gonna clean up the casting, we will probably not even touch the inside, but the outside we will. So it's always a bit better. What else? Okay, now we need to create the divisions. Okay, first of all, you see the stone here is not aligned completely in the center. Let's do that first. So we rotate from 0 enter to there. Now it's aligned. We can hide this. We can actually even hide this. And we're gonna make a line between the stones. Okay. Make an offset, 0.2 on each side. And we make a mirror. Okay. Now if we hide the stones, we just have to make trim, and get rid of all this. Okay, so we have this only, and I'll join it. You see it's unable to join curves. That's probably because they are different levels. You see? These two are higher than these two. How do I sort this out? Get into looking down view, project to C plane, delete input, yes, and join. Okay? That basically is gonna put all the lines at the same level, at the same height. Okay? And yeah, join it. Okay? Let's show everything again. Now as you can see it's higher because it's on the C-plane. The C-plane is here. Okay. I probably should have started having this on the C-plane, but it doesn't really make a difference. Right, solid. It doesn't need to be actually solid. Okay, so I just made an extrusion. So I turned the surface into the curve into a surface. And now I just have to make a polar array of all this. I need to know how many stones I have first. So let's count the stones. By right clicking on the layer where the stones are, it's gonna let me know how many stones I have. In this case it's 19. So now again we select this. Now that we know how many stones we have, center of polar array, 0 enter, and 19. Yeah, okay. Why have we done this? Because now we want to split this with the orange cutters. How do we do that? Split. We select this surface, enter, cutting objects, these ones, enter. We can delete them now, and now we have split the surface. Okay. Now we hide the stones. Now the only thing left to do is to create the surface that goes from here to here. How do we do that? Very easy. We just have to duplicate the edges, these edges, okay. We join them and we make loft. Loft. Make sure the arrows are positioned correctly, always pointing at the same direction. Okay. Let's make it normal. Yeah, that is fine. And now we just have to make another polar array. 0 enter. It will keep the same, the last number of items we used before. So we just have to press enter. 360, enter. Select everything and join. That's it. Let me show everything. Let me save it. So this is basically the pendant finished. As you can see, we'll be making two parts. We could even make this in, for example, white gold and this in yellow gold, or any combinations you want. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to make this with a marquee cut. And yeah, also please, as usual, let me know if you have any problems, any questions, any videos that you would like me to do or something, and happy to help. Thank you so much.